Hello everybody, I'm XCHICKAMUNGUSx and I'm reviewing the game Bioshock for the Xbox 360. Now, this game is an FPS with RPG qualities, so I guess you could call it an FPRPSG. The first 5 minutes in this game, you're in the plane and you're crashing into the Atlantic Ocean. Now, when you surface up to the water, unfortunately you're the only survivor, but you see a mysterious dark building just jutting out from the ocean. Now you swim to the building, and when you walk inside, the door is just shut right behind you. And the lights start leading you down the stairway to the submarine. Now, of course, you get into the submarine, and you're taken into the city of Rapture. The city of Rapture has a backstory on its own. It was created in the 1940s by a man named Andrew Ryan. He created the city to be sort of a utopia away from government control. He wanted people who were artists to be as creative as they wanted. He wanted people who wanted to make a business, build as much as they want. And he wanted people who, I guess, were scientists to be able to research as much as they want without the government prodding and poking their fingers in their businesses and telling them what they can and cannot do. Now, the city of Rapture did flourish for a while, but it was certain discoveries that scientists made while doing research on human bodies that changed the world of Rapture altogether. Scientists discovered a way to transform genes in human bodies and give them these crazy super abilities. So, if you give a person the ability to light something on fire with the snap of a finger, something bad is going to happen. And eventually it did. But unfortunately it was too late, because having these abilities called plasmids in your body was kind of like a social status in the city. So the more you had, of course, the cooler you are. If you get the plasmids in your body, you're basically losing a part of yourself with every plasmid you get, and eventually you're not yourself anymore. You're like a monster, and soon Rapture just became filled with all these monsters. So, backing up, you are led to this city of Rapture, and when you get there, you hear through a radio this man named Atlas telling you, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You pick the radio up, and he tells you that his family is on the other side of Rapture, and it's up to you to save them. Now, that's all I'm telling you about the story, because this is an amazing story. I don't want to ruin anything for you. I want you to find out everything by yourself. There is a plethora of ways to kill people in this game. They give you a whole bunch of weapons, of course. Your melee weapon is a wrench. That's the first thing you get, and you definitely will be using this a lot. It's a very hard, blunt weapon to knock people in the head with. They also give you your typical pistol, the machine gun, your shotgun, of course. You get a rocket launcher, crossbow, and chemical thrower. Now, on top of having all these cool weapons, you also get 3 different ammos for each one. So that just brings a whole new ballgame to this. There is now so many ways to kill people, and not one person will use the same ammo, I promise, to kill people. Some people will have their own favorite guns and weapons in the game. On top of the weapons that you're given in the game, you're also given the plasmids to yourself. So you go through a little genetic transformation on your own. First one you get is the electric bolt. You can electrocute people with the snap of a finger. It works very good in water. You also get the ability to incinerate people. You get to set up little cyclone traps all around yourself. You can attack people with a swarm of bees. You can use telekinesis and pick up things and throw it at people. There's many more, and you probably won't even get to use them all as much as you want to in the game, because they just give you so much to use. On top of having plasmids in your guns to attack people, there's also ways to kind of modify your defenses and other abilities, bringing that RPG style. You can give yourself certain tonics, and they can make you faster, They can make you hack things better. Speaking of hacking, in this game, hacking is very important. You can hack safes to get the goodies inside. You can hack health stations. You can pay them and they'll basically heal you. And they will thus harm the splicers that are trying to use them. You can also hack turrets, alarm bots, and security cameras. And this is really very important in the game. This is where hacking becomes seriously a way to survive in this game. Hacking turrets, security bots, and security cameras basically make them work for you. So no longer will these turrets be firing grenades at you, they'll be firing grenades at the splicers. The music and the voice acting in Bioshock are great, and they are amazing. The music definitely helps the creepiness of the atmosphere. So you'll be walking throughout Rapture and like the music will get a little creepy and you hear a slam in the background. You're like, crap, what the crap's going on? So yeah, creepiness of the music definitely helps the already creepiness of Bioshock. The voice acting as well is quite amazing. Most of the dialogue comes in the radio with Atlas is talking to you. Also, it happens when you're listening to these voice recordings that are scattered around the city. The voice recordings are quite interesting in themselves because they help tell the story of Rapture through different people who lived in the city during the time. So you don't have to find these voice recordings, but you definitely want to, because there's lots of interesting things that happen in Rapture, and in this mysterious city, it definitely helps if you know more about what you're going into. Another thing on the voice acting, the splicers, like I said before, are pretty cuckoo. They lost pretty much every brain cell in their head, and you'll be walking through Rapture and you'll hear like a splicer screaming at you think would be someone, but no, they're having an entire conversation by themselves, and that's creepier than anything than knowing you're going to go fight something that's like pretty much a monster. Knowing that you're going to go fight something that's insane and talking to themselves, that's even scarier. The graphics in this game are very, very nice as well. They use the Unreal Engine 2.5 with 3.0 qualities, so it looks just as beautiful as any game that you'll play today, even though it's made in 2007. They use lots of dark colors because the world of Rapture is very dark and dank and mysterious and crazy scary atmosphere going on there. So lots of the colors you'll see will be dark brown and dark gray, and it also lets you remember in your head that, wow, this place is underwater, so there's no natural light. It's going to be dark. Even though you may walk into a room with light, it's still dark. This game was made by 2K Games, and they use their own water designer and programmer. You'll definitely notice this when you're walking through like a leaky hallway, and you walk through the water and it cascades over your face and blinds you for a moment. It makes you feel like you really have water in your eyes. The only con I can say about this game, a few times when I was playing, I would notice that if I was fighting a lot of splicers or if I was very close to Big Daddy, the frame rate would just get a little wonky and it'd feel like, oh crap, is this about to glitch or something? Because like frame rate will get all slow and like sporadic, and yeah. I recommend anyone who loves first-person shooters to play this game. I recommend anyone who loves RPGs and amazing stories with mysterious and wonderful worlds and to discover. I recommend this game also for those who like horror games. It definitely has a large creepiness factor in this game, and it's definitely rated M for mature kiddies, so don't try to go buy this game. It'll give you nightmares. This has been a XCHICKAMUNGUSx Killtacular review. Peace out.